Hi everybody, welcome back.
In this week's video,
We crossed the Arctic Circle
which is quite a unique experience in itself,
and it was cold.
and it's bloody cold.
-2.
Quite a lot of snow up there as well.
A lot of snow, yeah. And then we drive to Tromsø
And have a look at the Arctic Cathedral
and take a cruise on the fjords.
and end up seeing some dolphins.
We did. Yeah, they were really lovely, weren't they?
They were. It was. We didn't think we was going to get to see them, did we?
No.
It was not a trip just to see them.
No, it was a trip on the fjords to various places. But I did see a sea eagle as well, but didn't get to film that because it was just taking off.
That was like an elusive moose.
No, I did see it. We saw one. We've seen one bit since, haven't we, as
Yeah.
well? So, but yeah. Hope you enjoy.
See you all in the next one.
Thanks for liking, subscribing, and if you think anybody else might be interested in our videos, then please share and enjoy.
See you all later.
Bye.
Well, I reckon this will do us for the night.
Yeah, perfect. Beautiful view.
Straight over a little marina and down a fjord.
We found this on, well, you found it on Parknight. It was on Go Marina, and it was 300 Norwegian krone, which is about 21 quid. But you get electric. There's water.
And just down the road there's a motorhome dump point, which is handy.
Which we'll be using in the morning.
Yeah.
But a lovely view.
Surrounded by mountains and a few houses, but nice and quiet.
And so far we're the only ones here.
And there's a walk just over the road behind us, which we might go and do in the morning.
Might do that in the morning. Depends what the weather's doing. Get a little picnic bench, but I don't think we'll be sitting out.
No.
It's a bit chilly.
And lighthouses for gnomes.
Well, how quickly the weather can change. It is hailing. And snowing. Yeah. Are you sure you want to go north? It was nice blue skies in the south of Norway. They're not fucking big bits of snow as well, though. So 10 minutes after the snow, bluish skies. Still a few grey clouds, but it's like a different day, isn't it?
Yeah, nice view.
And a beautiful view, which you can't really see. Look at that for a beautiful view.
And you've seen another moose.
Oh, and I saw another moose running across a field. It was a big boy.
Down the road and we got moose, moose, moose.
I got very excited at seeing another moose. You couldn't see it even if I could get the camera out because it was on the field, but yay!
Moose, moose, moose.
How's it going?
Moose, moose, moose. Morning, guys.
Morning.
Well, yesterday, after we left our park up by the marina, which was in a very unpronounceable place, Sunderlasora Gisthaven.
Something like that. It was a really nice park up anyway.
Well, the weather was crap yesterday,
Yeah, it was
so
awful.
we drove round past Trondheim, and we've ended up last night stopping in a forest park up, which was very peaceful.
It was lovely.
Surrounded by Christmas trees.
Yeah, and we went for a little walk, which was nice, through the forest. Saw lots of moose droppings, but no mooses. But they're here apparently, so, well, I could, you know, see the evidence, but I think they would have heard us and they'd been... But we are surrounded by trees and mountains with snow on the top.
Back on the road and continue on north.
Northwards we go. Just coming past this still frozen fjord. And lots of snow on top of the mountains up there. Landscape is definitely starting to change now, isn't it?
Yeah.
More mountains, more snow. More forest as well. Road being a bit rough in places, it's a lovely drive, isn't it?
Yeah. They're rebuilding and replacing so much of the road, so you can't really complain.
I'm not complaining. I think considering this is the main road up to north, it's pretty good really. Although there's not much traffic today, I should imagine in the summer there's quite a lot of traffic goes up and down here. But it certainly is rather breathtaking. Yeah, it is a bit windy today. But look at that, stunning.
A small detour off of the main road on our route to have a look at another waterfall. Well, you can hear it in the background, but I'll turn the camera around. It's quite something.
Yeah, it is. Look at that.
There's some power in that.
Get wet.
Got some view in that house there, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Surprised they haven't got a hydro plant running off of that.
Yeah. Found some reindeer.
A bit more excitement and enthusiasm.
These are the second lot of reindeer I've seen today, but we couldn't stop for the first one.
Pretty
Look
tame,
at
aren't they?
them. Hello, beautifuls. And a little baby one as well. Wow. So we decided that we'd leave the warm and comfort of 10 degrees and head to the Arctic Circle Centre.
600 metres, turn right.
So we thought, oh well, let's just go tonight. It's 8:30 in the evening. It is 2 degrees outside, and we are heading into
The wilderness.
the wilderness.
Into the wastelands.
We are just arriving at
That's
the
another mouthful there.
Arctic Circle Centre.
8.
So here we are
Phew.
at the Arctic Circle Centre.
The things that's
Yeah, I know.
Take the second left, then your destination will be on the right.
We have arrived.
Morning, everybody.
Excuse the squinting, it's really bright.
Yesterday we drove all day and then we did a bit last night and arrived here at the Arctic Circle Centre.
Whee!
The landscape has dramatically changed
Very much so.
after we came through the last town, probably about 7:30 last night.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the roads got quieter, then the snow appeared and the trees looked like something out of a nuclear holocaust and we felt very much alone.
It was quite barren, wasn't it?
Yeah, very
But
barren.
very pretty at the same time.
And then we turned into the Arctic Centre. the Arctic Circle Centre about 8:30, and there was probably another 10 to 12 motorhomes parked here last night, and it didn't get dark
At
all
all.
night long. It was quite surreal.
Very much so.
Let's go and see what the centre has to offer. Well, we couldn't come to Norway and not try reindeer stew.
Let's have a little go. That's not reindeer, that's a mushroom. That's a mushroom.
What's it like eating Rudolph?
Tasty. That's nice.
Cool.
Yeah. So what do you think of reindeer stew then? Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very rich, isn't it?
Very rich.
Tasty.
It's tasty though.
Well, we've consumed Rudolph.
It was really tasty, but very rich. Do I need to choke?
Yes, it was very rich. You wouldn't want much of it, would you?
No, you couldn't eat much of it.
You could definitely tell that it had been smoked.
Yeah.
That smoky sort of taste to it.
It was nice.
What were the berries?
Loganberry.
Loganberries. Yeah, I like them. You didn't.
No, I don't like sweet and savoury together.
I think you needed that to balance the flavours.
I was quite happy with the way mine was.
But yes, tasty.
Very good. So we're leaving the Arctic Circle Centre and we're heading further north. Beautiful day today.
Landscape is still very barren.
Yeah. Just lots of snow. It's quite flat here as well. It always seems quite flat
Yeah,
at the moment.
surprisingly.
What's the temperature? 7 degrees?
6.
6 degrees.
We're going over a little bridge over there with stills. Oh, what a beauty of a pitch this is for a campsite. Right on the side of a fjord. And stunning views of the mountains. Absolutely beautiful. Fiona's facts.
The cathedral behind me, we're in Tromsø by the way, was built in 1861. It's a Protestant cathedral. It's quite unusual because it's largely constructed of wood, which is unusual for a Protestant cathedral. And the buildings around here are really pretty. This old
It's quite
street.
a mixture, isn't it? of
Yeah,
really,
new and old.
really new and some old stuff as well.
But these ones along here are quite old.
Yeah. Well, as usual, we've managed to find our way to the harbour section with all the expensive looking boats. That looks like a fast yacht there. They all look stunning and glistening in the sunlight with the mountains behind them. But check out this wooden one. Looks like many hours have gone into the varnishing and looking after of this vessel. Behind that building over there, you might just be able to make out the funnel sticking up above it of a cruise ship, which is quite amusing. And just over there is the big road bridge which we came over on the way into Tromsø. Walked over the big bridge to come and have a look at the Arctic Cathedral, which is a very modern building. You can just about see through the windows there the rays of light where it's made out of ever decreasing triangles. Very interesting structure. Looking from the back down towards the front and the outside of the Arctic Cathedral, you get a better perspective of the overlaying triangular sections of the building, for want of a better description. Poured concrete, clad in...
Is this a Jim's fact?
Yeah, because I looked it up. Downstairs, it's poured concrete with aluminium structure.
And some more facts.
And what's the Fiona's fact
It
then?
was built in the 1960s.
Woo!
I was going to say out of concrete and aluminium, but you've already said it, so...
Obviously I didn't talk when I was filming inside because it was very quiet.
Yeah, a bit rude, isn't it?
A bit rude. What did you think of the inside?
There's not much in there. I like the stained glass and I liked the chandeliers. But apart from that, there isn't much in there at all, is there?
No, not
Big
really.
building full of nothing.
It's quite interesting structure.
It's very unique in how it's made. But
quite bizarre seeing the organ right up the top.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, I don't think there's anything else like it, is there? So
No.
And it's very different to
It's
their
very-
architecture, isn't it?
Yeah, very minimalistic, I'd say.
But Tromsø, there's two sides to it anyway, isn't there? There's
Yeah.
the very old-fashioned buildings, and then there's some very new, modern buildings. So
Definitely.
I suppose this fits in with that.
Yeah.
But I like Tromsø; it's a nice place.
Just about to start walking back over the road bridge. Get quite a good angle from here. Shows how high up it goes. Cruise shipping port today as well. More old buildings that we've come across in Tromsø. Well, here we have a mound of earth. What is it, Fiona?
It was a medieval fortress,
Apparently.
but it didn't have the building in it. Well, not that one anyway.
Apparently, it looks something like that.
It had a very important view of the shipping lane, which is behind us. So that's what it was built for, to defend the shipping lane.
Ah.
And now it is a restaurant. But the building that is behind you was built in the 1840s, so it's still an old building.
Yeah. A long, long time ago. I'm guessing when it was built as a fortress, there weren't nothing in front of it.
No. I think you can tell that's a fairly modern building.
It sort of looks a bit like a cutaway of a ship,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
It does.
The way it curves round at the bottom.
It's sort of, the modern and the old sort of sit quite well together, really, don't they, in a lot of places?
Well, I never thought I'd hear you say
But
that.
here, it just doesn't look odd, does it?
No.
It's a very worn cannon.
Yeah.
How worn that is.
Look how big that rusty pit is. Lose my thumb, well, probably part of my hand in there. They seem to like cladding their buildings in steel for some reason, the newer buildings, and letting it go rusty. I suppose it sort of gives it a bit of a reddy look, doesn't it? Because their traditional buildings are painted red.
Red or yellow. Bakery.
Yeah. How bright that snow is over there where the sun's on it.
Still quite thick up there as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Room Explorer, and it's a fjord cruise. 4 hours, taking us to several little destinations on the fjord. But the good thing for us is we can bring Luna with us because they are dog friendly. So
What do you think of your cruise, Loon?
It's okay, Dad.
Got a comfy chair there?
Yeah, I've got Mum's coat as my blankie.
Looks quite dramatic with all the clouds, doesn't it?
Yeah, very much so. That's definitely. this tunnel, you can see, was used to hide submarines. Yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah, hide submarines in the tunnel, so people wouldn't know that they had submarines. And then the Norwegians sold it, and a guy used it as a private boat dock. And there was a lot of people with Russians that used to store their boats there. So ironically, the tunnel was built to hide submarines from the Russians. And it's since been sold back to the Norwegian military.
Sitting on the line going into the water. And there Tromsø bridge in front of us, and this is a very important bridge to connect the mainland to Tromsø. If we didn't have this bridge, we have another way of coming to the island. Of course, we have a tunnel also. It's a bit further north, but before the bridge and the tunnel was here, there was only a ferry or a boat going over. But there can be very strong currents in this sound because you have the tidal water, and the tides can go both ways. So it's very good with the bridge, but they're closing it this summer to renovate it, to make the bike lane a bit wider, because so many people in Tromsø are biking, walking. It's very nice to be in activity. And because there are almost no parking lots in the island, on the island, so it's very nice to just bike instead of walking.